ladies and gentlemen, up next, Joy Reid, a desperate plea for help. Please welcome senior columnist for townhall.com, Kurt Schlichter, with @ALX on X, Alex LaRusso, and your host of O'Connor and Company on WMAL, Larry O'Connor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got real big names waiting back. Hey, good to see you. We got super big names back there waiting to come out, so we're going to get right to it. How about these guys, right? I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that I just wrote a book about the media. It's called Shameless Liars. Can we get a close-up on that artwork there?
It's got an incredible foreword by a real thought leader.
Forward by Kurt Schlichter. But the subtitle is How Trump Defeated the Legacy Media and Made Them Irrelevant. And that's sort of where I want to take this, because for years, ever since the great Rush Limbaugh and Brent Bozell at Media Research Center for the last 35, 37 years, the late, great Andrew Breitbart, who brought Kurt and I into this world, we spent so much time fighting the media and exposing their lies and exposing the propaganda, and it all reached a head this year with Donald Trump leading the charge, and he won. I mean, they are meaningless now, and so I want to start with that. And Joy Reid kind of is the namesake for this panel, because Alex, she's been reduced to being obsessed over big balls.
Correct.
And I need you to sort of explain this to us.
Yes, so like the media...
Explain Joy Reid's obsession with big balls.
Obsession with big balls. So she's going on media right now, and she's demanding that Congress subpoena a guy named Big Balls and Elon Musk with a straight face on. So we've reduced them to a point where they're just looking at social media for people like me who post on X, and they're getting their talking points from online. And no longer do they have a mind of their own. There's like a whole supercut. I think it was like Media Busters who did it. And there's just like all of these people on CNN, MSNBC, and they're just repeating big balls, big balls, big balls over and over with a straight face. So it's like you look.
Well, they've got to get to the bottom of big balls.
So. Yes, and they brought on Kara Swisher, the noted expert on the topic for that. But yeah, that's all over an intern at Doge,
right,
who was hired by Elon Musk. And of course, we have tens of thousands of people in our government who have access to all of your personal information, including your social security number. But when Elon Musk has a small team of genius interns that are probably like smarter than everybody else on that whole panel or on their entire network, it becomes the biggest deal that they all have access to your personal information. So they just set the standard to like dox all of these government workers for some reason, because tens of thousands of people that are not elected, by the way, have the access to your personal information every single day and have.
And they've all been reduced to a punchline, these media personalities. That's why we're laughing at Joy Reid, because that's what we should do. We should mock them and make fun of them. And of course, all this talk about Joy Reid and big balls brings us to Don Lemon, Kurt.
Another gem.
He's my special friend.
I'm going to connect the dots, I promise you. Because, Kurt, it was during the presidential election.
December 22nd, 2015. I get this call. Can you come on CNN real quick? Just a video hit. I get on, and Don Lemon's outraged because, it's the worst thing ever happened. Donald Trump said Hillary got schlonged in the 2008 election.
She did.
And I don't care at all. And we're going back and forth. He said, you should be more upset. And I said, look, his opponent shilled for her husband, who treated his intern like a human humidor.
Fact check true.
And he said, you can't say that. So I said it again. And he kicked me off. And what we're saying here is the media used to be something that hit us. Now we use it for a punching bag. Everybody knows the JD meme.
That's right.
Okay? I don't really care, Margaret. They go on her show to humiliate her, and she's too stupid to know it.
They don't know they're the joke at this point.
How excited is National Security Advisor Mike Waltz right now, knowing that he's coming out after this panel?
Well, he's an Army colonel, too, so.
But you were banned from CNN.
Yes. For 10 years, I have not been on CNN, and it's changed my life for the better.
Well, and honestly, who's got a better career trajectory right now, Kurt Schlichter or Don Lemon? Because he has also been banned from CNN.
Well, look, I'm on it more than he is. Look, I literally have more followers on the Twitter machine than they have viewers. Think about that.
100%.
So, Alex, your work that you do right now, you've got a meme for everything. And the fact that these guys can be reduced to a meme, that Margaret Brennan, the host of Face the Nation, a very important show in a very important town with a very important teleprompter reader as its host, she is now a meme. She can't do anything. Yep. From how J.D. Vance has handled her with these interviews to now reducing her to saying that too much free speech will lead to a genocide.
Yes.
This really is the best way to attack them now, is to just reduce them to a punchline.
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, it's like I said earlier, they don't have a mind of their own anymore. They are reduced to like scrolling social media and looking for the most viral moment that's going on social media, and it becomes now what they're talking about. Like, to give you an example, one of my local city council had, they just declared, my city that I'm from, Worcester, Massachusetts, just declared themselves a trans sanctuary city. So I got a tip that it was getting a little wild at the city council meeting, and I watched the 4-hour video of them all, like, you probably seen it, the girl with the wig and everything, the blue hair.
Oh yeah, that was
so I went. That was my city. I went through and clipped it. For the next 3 days, it was all over, like, every corporate media, like, talking about it. So it's like they're looking at everything that they find online, and then they're making it their news cycle. So they don't have a mind of their own anymore.
And, we talk about the gatekeepers a lot. The gatekeepers are the people who used to say what kind of news, New York Times, right? All the news that's fit to print. Who's deciding what's fit to print, right? There's some people in a tower in Manhattan who's, that's not news that's fit to print, but this is news that's fit to print. And they would decide what was worthy for your eyes, what was news that you could consume. It's been reversed now.
Correct.
In fact, we are the ones, as Elon Musk says, we are the media. We are driving what's important, and that's what this new revolution is about.
Well, and there's an
right?
And it all goes back to Andrew Breitbart. And one of the underappreciated aspects is how much fun we're having, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
I mean, we've got to dance. They're eating the dogs. There we go. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. We are having fun. We're laughing. And Kamala Harris says, my message is joy.
As she's screaming. As Biden's screaming, as she's screaming.
You will be happy.
By the way, you mentioned Andrew Breitbart again, and I just want to say, I want to read this. This is the very end of my book, but it's a quote from Andrew Breitbart. You all remember Andrew, right? God bless him.
Yeah, ALX was 5 when...
Yeah, exactly. Elon Musk is now saying we are the media, and he's right. We are the media, using social media platforms, using X, which is now a free platform. On Tax Day 2010, during the rise of the Tea Party movement, Andrew Breitbart was asked to speak in Washington, D.C. at a Tea Party rally. And you should look at this video. It's out there. He asked everybody in the crowd there at the Tea Party rally to hold up their phones. And he said this: it's time for a new media revolution, and you are it. You are the media. Hold up your phones. Hold up your cameras. This is the future of media. This is how we're going to fight the lies, the misinformation, and the propaganda of the mainstream media. We are now the media.
Yeah.
Andrew Breitbart 15 years ago said that. And Alex, you have inherited this legacy now, and you are the media.
It's really interesting too, because a little bit about my story too. In 2020, I was really gaining traction, and I was about to hit 100,000 followers on Twitter 1.0 at the time, and then I was just banned for like 3 years nearly until Elon Musk brought me back, and I'm now almost at 1 million followers on X. But yeah,
Hold that thought. He had 100,000 followers, and they banned him because he was so. Look at how dangerous he is. Elon Musk buys it, opens it up for free thought and free speech, and now you've got 1 million followers.
Yep, nearly. I'm 30,000 from 1 million, so if you want to get me there before I leave the stage, go for it, at ALX. But yeah, so to your point, it's just like, you know, you are the media because you have a phone and you have the platform on social media. And one of the things that's ironic about this whole, you know, moral panic around misinformation, disinformation, all these people can go on their shows, like, you know, for 4 years they talked about the Russia propaganda hoax and Russian collusion hoax. So they were allowed to say that unchecked. They got to have their own guests on there, and that, like Adam Schiff saying he has inside knowledge about all this crap. On social media, no, it's a blood sport. You say something wrong, you're going to get ratioed or community noted.
That's right.
So you're the media, and you're also the checker. Like you're the fact checker. There's not like independent fact checkers like Meta used to have. You are the fact checker, and what actually...
Well, because the independent fact checkers weren't independent.
Exactly, yes,
and they weren't based in fact.
Correct.
And this is an important point that I want you to pick up on, Kurt, because this whole idea of needing fact checkers and needing to moderate what you say, and it's all coming from this arrogant presumption that you're too stupid to understand what's true and what isn't. You're too stupid to discern from a hoax and what's real.
I'm not sure that they think we're stupid. I know they say they're stupid because it justifies their existence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, they want to be the gatekeeper. They want to be making the decision. And you don't need a gatekeeper if you are an individual, if you are an independent American citizen with your camera and computer who goes out and makes his or her own news. We don't need them. It terrifies them.
Yeah.
That is why Never Trump exists.
Yeah.
Because we didn't need them.
That
And they got mad.
said, the platform and the technology and the freedom is there, and it's opening up more. Mark Zuckerberg suddenly is red-pilled, right? And that's amazing. But it all starts with this fist thrust in the air. It all starts with him yelling, fight, 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 right? Because he has shown us how to fight. Suddenly you see Republicans on Capitol Hill are channeling Trump because he's contagious. And I think I'll give you a perfect example. George Stephanopoulos last year lied about Donald Trump. He said that he was convicted by a jury of raping somebody, and he said it 7 times in a 6-minute span. What did Donald Trump do? Did he do a Mitt Romney thing? Did he do a George Bush thing? Did he do what Republicans have done for our lifetimes, which is just be the better man and say, oh, well, you know how they are, tut, tut, let's walk away? No, he fought, he sued, and he won. And that's what we have to do. And the fight we have, listen, we're doing a victory lap right now because we've rendered the media irrelevant, but they're not going away. The fight continues, Alex, every day.
100%. And then the other thing, too, to your point, 60 Minutes tried to edit that Kamala Harris interview.
That's right.
How did that go for them? The FCC has now released the entire thing, and we saw what a sham it was. Well, they messed up because they put the promo out with, like, the other answer.
With a different answer,
Wait a
the word
second,
salad answer.
Well, what happened here? Like,
well, and Kurt, this goes back to the arrogance because think about it. Donald Trump had the choice of sitting for 40 minutes with 60 Minutes and letting them condense it down to 20 minutes that they decided we could see. And they do that, by the way. They edit these packages because they think you have a short attention span. They talk down to you all the time. Instead, he said, no, I don't need freaking 60 Minutes. I'll sit for 3 hours uninterrupted with Joe Rogan. And and by the way, 50 million of you watched that. How's that for short attention span?
And here's the beauty of it. Kamala Harris wants to go on Joe Rogan. She thinks she's the get. She thinks she's in the driver's seat. Joe Rogan's like,
get it.
Nah. Talk to the hand.
Wow.
You don't set the conditions. They don't own us anymore.
That's right.
They're not in charge. We are.
Well, I think we've recovered from our big balls opening, and I think we'll quit while we're ahead. You guys, thank you. Keep fighting. Follow Alex, get him to 1 million, and buy my book.
Hey, chopped liver.